Ha mitakipi wana wicho oyakapi e hantu. Le le wawapi ki stoneboy na inshia hoksila ki eab. Na le blawakte. Stoneboy. Ia hokshilaki. Stoneboy, Ia Hokshilaki, told by Sidney Keith, English script by Paul Little, Lakota script by Lekshi Harold Condon, illustrations by Wesley Wolfe. A long time ago, 4 brothers and a sister were living together in a Lakota camp. One day, the oldest of the brothers decided to go hunting, so he took his bow and arrow and left. Several days passed, but he did not return. The next oldest brother said, I will go look for our oldest brother. He left, but did not return. Then the 2 brothers remaining at home told their sister that they would look for their 2 brothers. They left and did not come back either. Ahani hokshila dopa na wichinchala wan lakota oyanke wan el tidgapi. Watohan hokapcha kin wakul yinktake. Igluyen na iya. Eash glishni cha sumkaku kin ole yinkake. Cha inja igluyen na iya. Inja tchehan glishni. Oma hokshila hena inja olewicha iapi. A long time passed, and none of the brothers came home. The sister was very sad. Every evening she would sit on a hill waiting for her brothers to return. One day, while she was sitting on the hill, she found a small stone. She put the stone in her mouth and accidentally swallowed it. Many moons passed by, and still her brothers did not return. Wichinchala li la ioki pishni gapi. Baha akan iana yankahe. The sister started to feel in a different way, and she knew she had become pregnant. One day she gave birth to a little boy. This little boy was special because he came from the stone that she had swallowed. The little boy grew very fast. One day the little boy asked his mother about the 4 quivers that were hanging on the poles of the teepee. She told him that they belonged to his 4 uncles who had gone hunting and never returned. The boy said to his mother, I will go look for my 4 uncles. She agreed to let him go. Iwatohan iglushaka gapi, yukhan hoksila wan yuha. Lila ochanko ichache, ia hoksila ichia gapi. Hoksila hena inat chapi ki o iganaka dopa tipi ti mahel ganake. Ia hoksila inat chawa ki iuncha ge. Ina o iganake hena duat chawa he, cha he. Hena lekshi wicha ieki, chapi. Dokiapi he, iuncha ge. Inahe, wakul iapi na glipi shnie. Wicha ole menikte, ia hokshila he geapi. The little boy started to walk along the bank of the creek. He met 4 little beavers who were sliding down the banks. One of the beavers said, We want to play with you. The little boy knew that the beavers would try to harm him. He said, I will play with you, but I want to sit in the back of the sled. As they slid down the bank, the little boy made himself into a stone boy. He rolled over the 4 beavers and killed them. He took them home and asked his mother to skin the beavers and make 4 new quivers with the skins. Cha wicha ole ia, yukhan dokia chapa dopa shkata hampishke. Na wanji he. Ia hokshila hiu na shkata yo. Ash shichapicha slolye. Ia hokshila. Washkatingte gash miela zatachji makingte lo he. Kutakia gaslohan yapicha. Ia ichicha na iuha wichakte. The stone boy left again to look for his uncles. Soon he heard a noise like the wind. He looked up and saw an arrow coming down from the sky. It landed in front of him and said, Stone boy, I want to play with you. Stone boy agreed to play with the arrow. The arrow started to attack him, but the point of the arrow bent when it hit him. The stone boy kicked the arrow and it split in half. The arrow disappeared in a fog. When the fog cleared, there was nothing but a pile of human bones. Ake ia hoksila lekshit chawa hena olewicha iye. Yukha wahinkpe wa machbia etan kia una ia hokshila itchokab hinchpana wahinkpe ki he. Ia hokshila hiwo unshkatingte. Ia hokshila ioya. Shkata hampi yukha oganalaka wahinkpe he. Ia hokshila kte wachi. Gash oheha. Ia hokshila ia ichicha achecha wahinkpe he maka akan hinchpa. Ia hokshila alina na weche. Stoneboy continued on his journey. In the distance, he noticed an old gray teepee among the trees. As he got near the teepee, an old woman came out. She said, Grandson, would you do me a favor and step on my back? Your uncles came by and helped me. Stoneboy knew she was an evil woman. He would see that her spine was made of sharp points which were filled with poison. He thought that she might have killed his uncles. Stoneboy agreed to step on the old woman's back. The old woman lay down, and Stoneboy stepped on her feet and crushed them. The old woman said, "Grandson, that is good enough." But Stoneboy kept on crushing her until she died. Hechana ake mani iya, winuchtalawan ata, lila tchawachi shite. Chue el daku prepre aikhoa ke chahe. Ian hokshila chui mitcha ki aliye, lila chui mayaza. Ian ichicha chena chui tcha ki alina winuchtala hekte. Stoneboy looked in her teepee. He saw 4 bundles lying against the wall. Right away he built a sweat lodge out of willows and covered it up with skins. Then he built a fire and placed some rocks in it. After the rocks were hot, he brought them into the sweat lodge along with some water. He took the 4 bundles from the old woman's teepee into the sweat lodge and closed the entrance. He poured water on the rocks and sang several songs. Tipi tchawaki timahel iyayukha wa oganaka dopa iyoye. Wanchagana inipi wankache. Hechana wa oganaka hena timahel ahi. Wacheki na olowantona ahiye. Soon, 4 men were inside the sweat lodge. They saw a little boy sitting there and wondered who he was. The little boy said to the men, "You are my uncles. My mother had me come after you when you did not return home from your hunting trip. Nyukha, wichasha dopa yankapi. Trokahe awicha blezeshni. Igrushna hinapche. Nyukha, lekshi wicha iye hena ihakab henapchapi. Li la iyoki pi hecha." Stoneboy left the men to cool off while he went home. He told his mother to prepare a feast because her brothers were coming home. He went back to his uncles and said, "Now we will go home. My mother is home alone and she misses you." And they got near their home. As they got near their home, the sister ran out to meet them. She hugged each of her brothers and she cried with joy. The men went into the camp where a large feast and giveaway was held in their honor. Lekshiwicha iye hena ob kihunicha woham pikacha pina wichpe awan yuhapi. Ha mitakipi o hehayala o wihanke na hechitu alo.